Unfortunately, this day is not going quite like we planned. Jay's not too happy right now.
I think one of these days, I just won't cry over everything anymore. I know he's fine, but seeing your kid in pain, yeah, it just breaks my heart. Jay's gonna be okay.
Good morning. I'm at Bodhi's field day right now. Bodhi and Brielle both, this is their second to last day of school, so they're having a big field day outside. So I'm going to help, and I've got Jay with me. Yes. And then Jay's tummy is still being weird, and so he's gonna go back into the doctor today. So that's the plan for now. You ready to go see Bodhi, JJ? Did you get soaking wet?
Yeah.
Are you gonna have to go back to class all wet? That's gonna be fun. All right, I just left the field day for the kids, well, for Bodhi, and I was leaving at the most exciting part. They were dunking the principal with like a dunking machine, but I had to leave because Jensen has a doctor's appointment, like I was saying earlier. His stomach is looking weird. Well, first of all, he's been crying a lot the last 2 nights, like kind of waking up seeming like he's in pain, but his stomach is looking weird. His tube site has a spot that looks like a sore is forming, and then his belly button, and that's part of how they did the incision. So they go through their belly button and then they go into the stomach, and his belly button is like actually protruding. Like it kind of looks like he may have a hernia or an infection going on in there. So this morning, first thing, I called the doctor and we're taking him in, but it's just kind of a hard time. I mean, obviously it's never a convenient time to be sick, but you know, it's Bodhi and Brielle's field days today, so I think we worked it out though. So I went to Bodhi's field day, and then Derek's gonna go to Brielle's. So we'll still be there with both of the kids since I won't be able to be there. And then Jensen also has one of his first therapy appointments. He is behind developmentally. He can just sit up, you know, he can't crawl at all. He can stand assisted, you know, but so we're starting him in a program for early intervention to help him make sure that he's getting the extra help he needs, because obviously his body has to focus on other things, so he is falling behind, and that's okay, but that makes it all the more important. So today he has a doctor's appointment, then he has one of his first therapy appointment, but he just fell asleep in the car, so he's probably not going to be too happy when the doctor's checking him out and poking and prodding him.
Holy cow, today is kind of a crazy day. Bree already came to the school and did Bodhi's little thing, and now I'm at the school doing Brielle's little thing. I guess they're like field day, which I'm excited for, but I just got off the phone with Bree. She took Jensen to the doctors, and apparently he does have a sinus infection and an infection in his stomach where he had the surgery. So anyway, kind of a crazy day, and then I gotta get back to work. But for now, at Brielle's school, gonna go do a little field day. This should be fun.
Tell us what the doctor said. We just got back, and sure enough, he has a sinus infection and his stomach is infected. Ugh, so hard. Oh, actually, that's the door for the therapy, so I'll give you better updates after the therapist. After the therapist leaves. Yep, Jensen just pulled up on me.
Brielle, you're at school tomorrow. You'll be done for the summer. And then what?
And then
All day, every day, out in the sun.
Ready, set, go!
Whoa, like a spider monkey. Where does she go? Where's she go? Oh, you go back. Victory! Atta girl. That was fun. Thanks for letting me come play with you. Okay, give me a hug. We'll see you after school. Have fun, sweetheart. Love you.
All right. Unfortunately, this day is not going quite like we planned, and I am driving right now down to Primaries to the hospital because I told you that the baby's stomach was looking weird, and one thing led to another, and the doctor is worried that it might be a hernia, and if it is a hernia, he will have to have a surgery frustrated right now. I just feel emotionally overwhelmed right now by this. I don't think that it's anything really, but now that I have in my head that it might be something, I feel like I can't relax about it until I rule it out. We'll get it checked really quick and hopefully it'll be nothing. He's just been through so much. I feel like I can't push him, and I would beat myself up over it if I waited till tomorrow and it caused more problems. And I don't even know if it will. I don't even, this is why this kind of stuff is so hard.
So by now, you guys know, Bree had to take Jensen down to Primary Children's Hospital again. We're pretty optimistic that everything's gonna be okay with Jensen. I mean, everything's going to be okay with him, but they're just apparently thinking, I have tidbits of information. They're thinking he has a hernia, and that because his belly button shouldn't be looking like this, you know, a month out, that it should be much better. So Bree had to take him back down so the surgeon could see him. I don't have very much information, like I said, and I'm just kind of waiting to hear anxiously. I had to stay home, had to take Bodie to soccer. He's at baseball right now. He's gonna get a ride home with a friend. And I had to run and grab the girls. I need to see if Brielle needs a ride home from dance. We're just kind of trying to piece everything together. Just wanted to give an update here at home that I'm home. I've got the two girls with me, and we are gonna play a little game that Yulu sent us.
This is like a kid's game.
It is a kid's game.
And you have to try to make it stay.
Okay, let's see it. Let's see it.
So, first you
In spite of everything going on, we still have to be happy. We still gotta show a good attitude because these guys still deserve our attention.
you can put them in there if you want to.
And see how many you can set on top. Is that how you, yep, looks like it.
Yeah, you have to.
And if it crashes, do you lose?
No, you're still in the game.
Okay. Oh
But
no,
you have-
it almost crashed. Oh no, is this one gonna fall? Is this one gonna fall? No. Oh no.
I stopped it.
You lost your ice cream. I think it's gonna fall. I think it's gonna fall. Oh no, you have to let go. Oh. Did you just bonk your head on the couch?
All right, we are here at the hospital. Jade's a little bit sad because he just got poked and prodded by the doctor, so we're waiting for the surgeon to come in now. His stomach looks bad. I'm gonna show it to you guys. So this is the area that we're worried about here. It's just really protruding and hard. If you can see from the side, you can see how much it's sticking out. Actually, it does look worse to me now than it looked earlier today. So I don't know what that would indicate, but
Bree just sent me these pictures, and this just, I know he's fine, but seeing your kid in pain is one of the worst things in the world. Look, here's a picture of Jay, and he just got an IV. So he just got a needle in his hand where they can give him some medicine and they can check his blood and make sure everything's okay. See that tape around his hand? It's called an IV. Yeah, it just breaks my heart. Yeah, I am just don't love seeing my babies hurt. None of them.
all right, Jay's not too happy right now. He just got an IV and blood draw, and we are waiting for ultrasound to come and check it. So far, and that's what the plan is.
Oh, I'm dying. So Bree's, we're texting. We talked a little bit for a minute, but then somebody came back into the room. Haven't heard anything yet. Waiting on the blood work. They did the ultrasound. I guess the ultrasound tech couldn't say what it is or what she's thinking. And again, this might not be anything, but the anticipation is driving me crazy because I'm not there, you know? And I'm happy to be here because, again, we have other kids that they need to feel stability and that everything's okay. But just waiting to hear. It's been a couple hours now, so I'm getting a little anxious.
Hey. Gosh, sorry. As soon as I called you, now Jensen's crying. I'm in the car. I'm all ready to go. I'm leaving, so I'll be home soon. But They just said within 36 hours it should be looking a lot better, and it shouldn't get any worse than it is. If it does, then he has to come back. And in 36 hours it should show improvement. So.
Are we talking his belly?
Yeah, just basically all of it.
Does he need other prescriptions? Is
No.
the antibiotic that they gave him today strong enough?
Everything should be good enough. It's just, and it is just, you know, all the things that they thought. Just for some reason, his little body just is having a hard time accepting this tube. They just said some kids are more prone to infections, especially when you have like,
Really?
you know, foreign things in your body, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, it's not a hernia. They said it's just a lot of inflammation. They were checking for an abscess also, but they said that, but there's no fluid, so they don't need to drain anything. And he should be, you know, just follow the same course of action.
Okay, good. Well, let's continue and get him home, get some rest.
Yeah.
Okay, as you guys just saw from Bree's camp, just got off the phone with her and it sounds like Jay's gonna be all right. So he doesn't have a hernia. He does have a couple things, the respiratory infection, abscess, but all in all, he's good. And he just has to take his medicine. He's gonna be all right. That's awesome. You hear that, Bode? What the?
That's my favorite spot.
Bodie, Jay's gonna be okay. And your sisters are awake now. That's okay. I'm very relieved. I think one of these days, I just won't cry over everything anymore. One of these days. Still kind of always on the edge, always on the surface.
Camping.
That's right. So that does mean, the good news is that does mean, obviously first and foremost, we were worried about Jay's health. Nothing else mattered. But it would also mean, secondary to that, that Bodie and I wouldn't be able to go camping tomorrow. And I've been hyping this up for a long time because tomorrow
We're
me,
going
you-
camping.
That's right, with Grandpa, Uncle Jason, Brandon.
I'm going.
You're going to Grandma's house.
Over at Grandma's house.
That's right. It's gonna be fun. So happy he's feeling better. The girls are awake. So I need to put the camera down as usual and go put them into bed.